All right, everyone, it's that time of year where I rank the very best list that you should be targeting right now in your wholesale real estate business, primarily using Propstream. Now, I am going to share other lists too in this video, and I'm also going to share my screen with you all and share with you all a very interesting article about home flipping and the numbers or the facts, the stats about what's happening right now in home flipping, because obviously this is important for wholesalers because you end up selling your deals to home flippers. So understanding the market and what's going on right now in home flipping, it's paramount. And it's important for you to know this in order for you to choose the right list to target in 2026. So these are the best off-market motivated seller lists that you should be targeting right now in your wholesale real estate business. So let me share my screen with you all now. And before I go on, be sure you will all like this video, subscribe, comment down below. All right, so home flipping ROI drops below 25% for first time since 2008. So this is an interesting article because yes, over the past almost 20 years now, it's going to be 18 years. Home flipping, they've been getting at least 25% profit, right? 25% return on their investment. And it's recently dropped. If you all watch my videos, I recently talked about a house that I have on market that it's been sitting for over 60 days now. And it's interesting. I got some offers. It went under contract relatively quickly, but it went out of contract, and I think that messed up the listing a lot. And so, there are changes happening. So what does that slower market mean for you as a wholesaler, right? Obviously, you got to make sure your spreads are bigger, right? You have to make sure, a buyer, you have to know how to calculate comps, right? How to calculate rehab as best as you can, right, in this business. So this article is saying that were flipped in third quarter, accounting for 6.8% of home sales from July to September. All right. So people thinking that flipping is taking over the market was only 6.8% of all home sales. Right now, there is a flip side to people buying rentals, so that doesn't include that. But this percentage, compared to the grand scheme of things, it's not that big. So the numbers of flips nationwide was down actually quarter by quarter. All right, so 79 and then down to 75. So was a share of flips, which accounted for 7.3% of all shares in second quarter, right, and 7% in third quarter of 2024. So now it's 6.8, so it has gone down a little bit. But I just want to show this article to show what's happening with cash buyers. All right, so let's go over to Propstream. And now the first list we're going to look for, we're actually going to be looking for flippers, right? We want them to make some cash because we want to make some cash. And so these are the properties they buy. And what I'm going to do, we read the article, so homes purchased between 100 and 200,000. And so just follow that. Just put that in Propstream. And you can do that easily. So filters. So this list is, I'm just going to call it high equity, more than 5 years, not a primary home, right? So the homeowner doesn't live there. So these are tired landlords with high equity, essentially. Tired landlords with high equity. And you can do it even with primary. If it's someone's primary, it could work too. But usually there's a ton more. So what I'm going to do here, let's just go down the list. So I don't want this to be on market. So I'm going to put off market. And then I'm going to put non-owner occupied. So that brings the list down to 192. Years of ownership. I want them to own it for at least before the pandemic. So I'm going to put, wow, the pandemic is about to be 7 years old. Wait, 2020, 2021. Yeah, well, 6 years. All right. And then I want it to be owned by an individual. It can be a corporate. Let's just keep it for right now. If we need to layer filter it down more, we'll put individual for owner type. Last sale date, we don't need to put that. Numbers of properties owned. You all can do that if you want to. If you don't want to deal with a big company, you can say something of the nature of, hey, I don't want them to own more than 5 or 6 properties, right? And so now you're dealing with more individual, smaller companies, right? And then valuation and equity, right? Estimated value, you can do that between 100 and 200. So you want to do minimum 50,000. You can just do that minimum 50,000. And then you want to do maximum 200. And let's see what comes up. Right? Because you're looking for affordable properties, right? And they own it for 70 years. And then for equity right here, estimated equity, we're going to just put minimum 30%. So we have a list right here, 1,200 in Phoenix, Arizona. I think this is a really filtered down list. You could target this list easily. You know, they own it for over 7 years. I think that, or 6 years, or I think I put 7. I think this is a great list to target as a beginner. So I call this the first list, high equity tire landlord list, value 50,000 to 200,000. Because in this market, what sells is affordable, and obviously we saw the rates, and then ultra expensive. And so that's the next list I want to target. Ultra. I can't say ultra. Why am I saying it like that? Uber expensive homes. Because I also read another article saying that the luxury market is doing well, actually, because people with money are just getting richer, right? We're in a K-shaped economy, meaning richer people are getting richer, right? The rich are getting rich and the poor is getting poor, are getting poorer. So that's what we have going on. And so rich people are buying their luxury homes. So we're going to do ultra luxury. Beginners, I'm not sure how well, if you're a professional, if you communicate well, if you work with another wholesaler, maybe you can get this done. But there are investors buying $1 million homes and selling it and getting multiple 6-figure profits from them. And that can be a niche, right? That can be your thing. And so we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that right now. Let's look for houses. They can be owner occupied, right? But we're going to go straight to value and equity, and then estimated value. We're going to go high. Let's say I'm tempted to put $1 million, but I'll put 800,000. And then maximum, we don't want anything over 5 million. That's still a lot. That's a ton of people. Wow, there's a lot of rich houses. Or you can do 3. Let's see if that changes anything. That didn't really change anything. So I'm going to put off market. And then one thing you could do also, you can say estimated equity, at least 50%. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I'm looking over here where it's narrowing down the list. And then over here, I'm going to put, and if you all are interested in Propstream, check my link down below. You get a free 7-day trial using my link. So please be sure to use Propstream. And then let's see if owner occupied, non-owner occupied, let's see if there's a ton of them. 13,000. Wow. There are over 13 non-owner occupied $1 million properties. Okay. Now we need to make sure they haven't owned the property for a short amount of time. So minimum years of ownership, I'm going to put 7 again. Let's see what happens. It's down to 7,200. Wow. How can I narrow this down even more? Or you could just target this list. You can target this list. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure it's individuals, right? Let's make sure it's individual, not some offshore company in another country doing this, right? All right. So, wow. You see that? You see that? It went down to 1,000. Once I say individual, wow. Another thing I want to do is I want to make sure the property type, right? I want to make sure it's a house. It's residential, right? And I want to make sure too, it's a single family home, right? I want to make sure it's just single family. Let's see this list. Now this is a super narrow, 845. I love lists around 1,000 because I think that's a perfect list to call for beginners. That's a perfect list to just target and hammer on the phones with. So here we are. I call this the luxury high equity list. I think this is a great list. Reading the article, researching, doing some stats on the luxury market is still doing well. I think this is a great list to target. A great list to target, you all. Let me know what you all think about this. Now, the next list I'm going to do is going to be a list about on-market properties, because the properties that I've bought this year, I bought them on market. And the good thing about Propstream is that you can find MLS, you can find properties on the market, right? They have a tab right here and you can put on market, right? And then what you can do here, you can say minimum days on market. You want them to be on the market for at least 50 days. Or you can even put it even more. You could put 60 days, like my flip right now being 60 days on the market, and see what you can come up with, and do the same thing. Do high equity, do years of ownership, at least 7 years, and do single family homes, right? If you want to do individual, maximum property owned, all of that, you can do that directly on here. So those are the different lists that I would target right now. And then of course in 2026, let me pause this recording. In 2026, I want you to still go after those tried and true lists, right? Like driving for dollars, tired landlords, high equity, pre-foreclosures. But I wanted to share with you all different lists that are a little bit different that you can target right now in 2026 by looking at different articles and doing my research. Now, let me know what you all think of this list. Once again, use my link down below if you're interested in Propstream. Hope you all have a great 2026, and I'll talk to you all later.